Hi, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to answer all your burning questions. Dirt to Discovery asks, how'd you end up with such an awesome wife? She's pretty awesome, isn't she? Finding a good partner is about being a good partner. Being genuine, being kind, being empathetic, caring, being a good listener. People value those things about you, and you'll find that the more you are those things, the more you're going to attract people like that. So, yeah, be a good person. Moto Brapping asks, what riding skill do you find most useful when exploring the back roads? What do you think, Chris?
Standing.
Throttle. I like throttle. Critter Motor asks, how long have y'all been riding off-road? For me, about 14 years.
I think I've been about 8 years.
What's your go-to nav system, he also asks. Garmin, we've been using the Garmin Montanas for a long time now. Also, Garmin Basecamp is good. There's a bit of a learning curve to both, so I recommend that you check out some videos on how to learn that. I'll link some up here. Also, we've been using Gaia a little bit more frequently too. We find that it's a little bit easier sometimes if we want to just plan a quick route out. Critter Moto also asks, if you could be any animal, what would you be and why? I think it would be an eagle for me. Why would I be an eagle? Because they go fast and they kill things.
Yes. I think I would be our dog Moto because she also gets to go on adventure rides and she gets everything taken care of for her.
Adam Johnson, 1972 says, what's the best oil to use for riding BDRs? Definitely check your owner's manual and make sure that your oil is changed before you go on a BDR, as well as bringing a little bit extra with you in case you either leak some or your bike uses a little bit, or you get a hole in your case and need to patch it with some JB Weld. You can top it off from there. Women Who Wheelie asks, tell us something you learned recently. Could be about yourself, each other, a route tip, a gear tip, riding technique, etc.
One of the things I learned recently is about Nathan. I always love learning new things about him. And I've recently discovered that he is super passionate, not just about adventure motorcycling, but about connecting with people, sharing that passion, and even about public speaking, which I don't even think he knew that he would like to do.
Z1K Wanderer asks, would you rather fight one duck-sized horse or 4 duck-sized horses?
I'm more of a lover than a fighter, so I think I'd rather just hug them.
KLR Adventure Southbound asks, when are we gonna brap? Never mind going for a ride with that Z1K Wanderer. I hear he wants to stalk you. Also, Jen's Lens asks, when are you guys coming to Vancouver to visit us?
We totally want to ride with all of you, and that's why this is the time for us to admit that we're already failing at our New Year's resolution. We're starting to book every weekend this summer, and it's looking pretty busy.
Blind Thistle, hey, that's Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
She asks, what's your favorite thing about your bike, and what is something you miss about your DR650? Well, the DR650 is a great motorcycle. The Husqvarna 701 has so much more performance. It has a lot more power, it has way better suspension travel, and the actual center of gravity on the bike is a little bit lower, so it feels lighter in the hand. So I think that the DR650 is a really reliable bike, but the 701 really has it on performance.
That said, I still miss my top case.
Yethu Ramesh asks, which is your favorite bike? Husqvarna 701.
KTM 690.
Marissa Doot asks, how do you pick the right number of friends to bring with you on a trip? Well, I think it's less about the number, and I think more about the people themselves, their personalities, how do they get along, also matching the person's riding skill with the trip that you're going on, as well as the motorcycle that they own. It's important to, if you were going to do the California BDR, you probably wouldn't bring a cruiser friend along with you. Also making sure that all of those friends get along with each other is important. And then having less than, I don't know, what did you say, 9 or 10 people is about max for me?
Yeah.
Chica Kid asks, when you were both learning to ride dirt, what was your biggest obstacle skill-wise to overcome? I think for me it was finding riding buddies. I started riding about 14 or 15 years ago on the dirt, and it was hard to find, like, Facebook wasn't really big, and internet was kind of a smaller thing back then, so it was hard to find riding buddies to go riding with. I didn't really have a lot of challenges with the off-road part, although over the years I've gotten better at riding. I was pretty natural from the get-go. What about you, Chris?
For me, the biggest obstacle has been my fear.
Overland Endeavors asks, what is your favorite moto adventure together and why? Same thing for the least favorite. Well, I don't know if we have a least favorite. We always have fun together. But definitely for me, it's Utah. If you ever get a chance to go to Utah on a motorcycle, definitely do it. It is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, especially if you're on an adventure bike or a dual sport. There's so much beautiful riding out there. Also, the fact that we got to go on that trip together and there was nobody else with us, that was a pretty special thing for us. We also got to go for 14 days, which is kind of a long trip to be on a motorcycle, especially when you're camping off of your bike. So that was amazing.
I agree. Utah was magical. I hope we get to go back someday.
Bill Carson asks, would you ever consider teaching a class on how to video your riding buddies? Actually, that's a great video idea. Thanks, Bill. Got to Roll asks, shouldn't you and Nathan wear capes when you're being moto heroes?
Don't you keep a cape in your backpack?
I know somebody who does. He also asks, my only real question would be, what does Nathan do for work if that's something you're willing to make public? Yeah, I work in IT. I'm the network admin at a school district. It's nice working at a school district because I get a lot of time off and we get to go do fun things like this. Friendly Weapon asks, hey, I just got a DRZ 400 in September and I'm planning on doing some rides down south. He's from Vancouver, BC. Can you recommend some fun off-road riding suitable for beginners in Western Washington and Oregon? Absolutely. Leavenworth has amazing riding out there that ranges from absolute beginner gravel road all the way up to just really fun, gnarly single track. It's a beautiful area to visit. Also, the TourTech Rally is there, so I would recommend attending the TourTech Rally to go on some of the guided rides and learn the roads in the area. It's a really great opportunity to not only get some feedback and you can attend the classes at the rally, but also get some feedback from fellow riders on how to improve your skills.
And if you feel like continuing on down south, you could actually hop on the Backcountry Discovery Route, and that's a beautiful ride all the way to the Oregon border.
Thank you all so much for posting your questions. It was really great to hear from you guys and get a chance to interact with some of you. Also, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. Also, we're getting kind of close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, so if you could tell your friends, share the channel with some folks, that'll help us grow the channel. Thank you so much for watching.